Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City.
New York Times Business.
December 13th, 11 o'clock America, New York. Black travelers say home share hosts discriminate, and a new Airbnb report agrees. The internal study details the vacation rental company's anti-discrimination efforts. But some travelers of color say it and other home share companies don't go far enough. Texia Evans and her family were forced to leave a New Orleans Airbnb rental in the middle of their stay last year. Global economy.
December 13th, 10:52 America, New York. EU plans world's first carbon border tax despite trade dispute fears. Move to raise global environmental standards and protect domestic industry could breach WTO rules, warn analysts.
New York Times Business.
December 13th, 10:44 America, New York. Stocks soar as investors welcome signs of cooling inflation. The slowdown in price gains in November provided Wall Street with a strong indication that the Federal Reserve could slow down interest rate increases.
Daily FX Market News.
December 13th, 10 o'clock America, New York. Sam Bankman-Fried indictment overshadowed by US CPI as BTC, USD gains. The latest US CPI print boosted demand for risk assets. As Sam Bankman-Fried faces criminal charges, BTC, USD remains supported above $17,000.
BBC News Business.
December 13th, 10 o'clock America, New York. 4 million homes face mortgage increase in 2023. The average monthly mortgage bill will go up from £750 to £1,000, the Bank of England says.
Wall Street Journal US Business.
December 13th, 9:05 America, New York. Europe strikes deal to tax imports based on greenhouse gas emissions. The European Union agreed to impose a tax on imports based on the greenhouse gases emitted to make them, inserting climate change regulation for the first time into the rules of global trade.
Global economy.
December 13th, 8:46 America, New York. Ghana reaches preliminary $3 billion deal with IMF. Officials in Accra must agree conditions with other creditors before three-year loan is signed off.
Daily FX Market News.
December 13th, 8:44 America, New York. US CPI cools for the second month in a row. Yields and DXY lower, S&P 500 rises. Risk assets rejoice as inflation rises at a slower pace than anticipated, beating forecasts for a second month in a row. DXY, US 2-year lower while S% 500 rises.
BBC News Business.
December 13th, 8:44 America, New York. US inflation rate slows as fuel costs fall. US inflation rose 7.1% over the 12 months to the end of November, dropping from 7.7% in October.
New York Times Business.
December 13th, 8:21 America, New York. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried's House of Cards teeters. Now under arrest, the fallen crypto mogul faces a barrage of charges, including defrauding investors out of billions. Sam Bankman-Fried faces multiple charges, including defrauding investors.
Wall Street Journal US Business.
December 13th, 7:39 America, New York. Moderna's mRNA cancer vaccine shows promise in preliminary study. The shot combined with a Merck immunotherapy reduced the risk of relapse in people with skin cancer in a study, Moderna said. BBC News Business.
December 13th, 7:09 America, New York. U.S. charges Sam Bankman-Fried with defrauding investors. He is accused of orchestrating a scheme to defraud investors in failed crypto exchange FTX.
Global economy.
December 13th, 7:07 America, New York. Russian fertilizer billionaire pushes for ammonia exports. Sanctions hit Dmitry Mazepin pitches plan for shipments of ingredient seen as vital in easing global food crisis.
Wall Street Journal US Business.
December 13th, 7 o'clock America, New York. Supply chain shortfalls targeted by new bill. Sen. Marco Rubio and Representative R. O'Connor are proposing steps to force federal agency leaders to take the lead in preventing future shortfalls.
Daily FX Market News.
December 13th, 6:30 America, New York. US dollar volatility primed to move with CPI, FOMC within touching distance. The US dollar is treading water ahead of today's US inflation report, but traders should be prepared for a bout of post-release volatility.
Marginal revolution.
December 13, 2:18 America New York, price behavior for new commodities, from my email. You made a point in your podcast with Jeremy Grantham about the commodities market being relatively stable over the number of years that we can measure it, but I think when you refer to the commodities market, you're talking about larger commodities, like copper and steel, for which we have a much longer period of history.
Marginal revolution.
December 13, 019 America New York, Shruti on effective altruism, malaria, India, and air pollution. Look at the decline in malaria deaths in India since the Big Bang reforms in 1991, which placed India on a higher growth trajectory averaging about 6% annual growth for almost 3 decades.